Well, starting late is all hell, but whatever.
I don't think we should waste our time with talking. We'd better do something to save Gothos. The tower awaits us.
We've got to cross this snow bridge. It doesn't look very safe. What do you think?
I think you should go first.
Come over. It'll be all right.
Ah, what was that? I better follow you.
Talus, no! Don't! Oh no! Talus! Can you hear me? Are you hurt? I'll help you. I'm coming down. I'll get down there somehow. Don't you worry.
Help! Can anyone help me? Go away, ghastly monsters! Leave me alone!
That sounds like a job for me. I must quickly go and help him.
I thank you heartily, my savior. These horrible creatures have been seriously trying to kill me. Sorry, by the way, if I was a bit strange before. Oh, by the way, my name is Bullyforth. What's yours?
My name is Melvin, and I was about to try and enter the tower over there.
I have tried to enter the tower of knowledge of all the ancient cultures, but just then, these horrible snow monsters attacked me.
Yes. Why don't we investigate the tower together then?
Oh no, I've had enough adventures for now, and I've had enough of the monsters. I'd rather make my way home where I'll just mind my own business. If you really want to enter the tower, then take this key. I found it out here. It might be useful to you somewhere in there. And since you've saved my life, take this too. It's Merlin's cape, and it will protect you, particularly against magic attacks. I can imagine there are plenty of unfriendly ghosts in there. Well, then it's high time we said goodbye. Perhaps we'll meet again in more peaceful times. I'd be delighted if you could visit me and tell me all about your adventures.
This is most definitely not what I meant to do, but... Figured it would be the fastest way down there, though, but whatever. Don't really lose anything by trying. Nothing else? Nothing else. Tower it is then. Pretty sure there's nothing else. At this point, I'd seriously doubt it.
Fire and water arrows! With this ammunition, I'll make much greater use of my bow. Now I can set fire to things and put them out. But that sounds like goblin logic.
Really? I just had to walk a bit further.
At last! I finally made it to the Tower of Knowledge. With a bit of luck, I'll soon be able to rescue Talus. She must be half frozen by now. Let's see what else is here. These walls are pretty impressive.
Guest Book of the High Tower. Welcome to the Tower of Knowledge and Wisdom. Immortalize yourself on these pages. That will get old. I probably don't have to do it. Ghosts.
Wait, something's not right here.
What was that? Did I hear a voice? I must hurry.
Who was that? Sounded rather familiar.
Doesn't make him visible for long. With all the bad luck we've had in the last few days, I'm convinced we have a traitor among us. The enemy appears to find out too much by chance. But who in the world could the traitor be? It must be one of our leaders. At dawn on the 7th day of war, we were able to win back the fort over the river Bahran. The great dragon Arkan has asked his siblings to assist us in the forthcoming great battle against the evil creatures. We hope Yarkan and Yorkan will soon arrive at the tower. Dear Exeter Vilpeth, please find here within a crate of combined potions. As per your recent order, please note that the potions should be used before the expiry date, printed on the top of the crate. We hope you will be entirely satisfied with these products. Yours sincerely, Kaharan Magician. "3 days ago, our positions in the plains of Turnafell. Huge demons came out of the ground, breathing fire although the earth had been sealed with magic spells. The monsters found a way around our magic and surfaced in our very midst. Only a few of us survived. It smells of treachery within the ranks." Gold. shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Today, no Sash live near Helmatoras. They have all withdrawn to an area to the east of the great volcano. Some of the imprisoned goblins have told us of an old one named Ramagad, who apparently had worked with them. He informed the goblin leader of the weak points in our defences. It won't be too long before we find out who is betraying us. Who is Ramagad anyway? None of us bear or has heard of this name. A scout reported that the giant spiders have taken possession of the great forest and the caves in the south of Gothos, even. During a reconnaissance flight, one of the dragons discovered a goblin fort about 30 sash miles west of here. Nothing else here. Is that most likely unlocked? Nope. Just a shortcut then. I meant to do, but... Oh wait, I have a key, don't I? Guess not. Oh dear God, I hope I've got this around the right way. It's going to be massively expensive. I did, didn't I? Well, now I'm either reading this wrong completely. Which is completely possible. done. Not really progress, but done nonetheless. Missing something in here. It's movable.
What? What was that?
I'm the guardian of the books here. I can't tell you my name. I must have forgotten it. I assume you want to enter the library? Everyone wants to. I will open the door for you, but you must do me a favor first. I have lost my spectacles. Do you know what I mean? You will find them for me, won't you?
I assume they're somewhere here in the tower.
You're right. Last time I wore my spectacles was at my burial, and that was quite some time ago now.
How to conjure up ghosts. Would you like to know how to call up ghosts? Sure. Ritual for conjuring up the Council of the Wise Ones. To conjure up the Council of the Wise Ones, those who have researched and studied in this tower during their lifetime follow these instructions. Ashes. Link the living with the dead. Belladonna. A twig of this induces deep insight. A black pearl unites all with magic. Black pearls are found on the northern coast of Gothos. It is, however, essential that the pearl be a perfect spear. Put all these ingredients in the vessel at the feet of the circle of statues, and place the conjuring book on the lectern. Speak your wish loud and clear, and the Council of Wise Ones will appear.
Now that looks better. It's good to know everything's ship-shape.
Can't help but feel I needed to talk to him first.
Now that looks...
Okay.
I would think that first one has to put all the ingredients for the conjuring ritual into the bowl before putting the book on the lectern.
No, that's not right. They're all in the wrong order still. Well, really. Oh dear, now I'll have to sort them all. Now that looks better. It's good to know everything's ship-shape.
I should look at putting a little more into Constitution at some point. And it can wait for now. Okay. there. Okay. Fine. It'll be for the key, won't it? So I have to go all the way back up here. Ugh. Okay. Still gotta find those spectacles though. Right.
I believe I found your spectacles.
Oh, my spectacles. You've made me more than happy. At last I can browse through all these books again. Allow me to open the door for you. By the way, I have recently found this strange red crystal here. I'm sure it has magical powers, because it's as though it actively resists remaining in my pocket. It's better I give it to you. You seem to have a way with strange artifacts, or am I mistaken?
Damn.
I knew it. All the crystals belong together, and the 4 of them activate the Old One's machine. These priests must be Old Ones, just like Dagomar. If only I knew where the machine was, and, above all, what influence the falling rings have on the energetic magma. If the magma powers the machine, it will soon cease functioning, because there's precious little of it about, apart from what I found in the canyon. It looks as though I've got all the crystals, but I still don't know where to take them. It can really only be Helmataras, the ancient capital of the Old Ones. There must be maps of Old Gotha somewhere. Oh, how I wish Talus were here. Then we could work this out together.
Now, my young friend, welcome to the Tower of Knowledge. I better leave you to your own devices. Goodbye.
Oops. Cancel out not too fast. Belladonna, which I have. Pearl, which I have. Book. Alright, alright. Right. I just... oh well. That's why the teleporters are there, so you can get back quickly.
The black pearl is now in the sacrificial bowl. I've put a twig of belladonna in the bowl. An empty sacrificial bowl doesn't make sense. An empty sacrificial...
Yeah, but what are the other ingredients? Oh, ashes. I really would have thought I'd found them in the crypt, but, you know, whatever. Lucky. He's actually looking for a key. The Sages of Sagun. As the land of Gothos was sparsely populated and much of it wild, Carisha wandered through the land and came upon a young smith, Sagun, who lived in the great forests. One day he saw Ludana, one of Carisha's sisters, as she bathed in the river Baharan, and fell in love with her. Ludana caught sight of him, and she too felt a burning passion for Sagun. But when Tandoth, Ludana's brother, saw this, he disapproved of their love, and challenged Sagun to a fight. The young smith agreed, and with Ludana's help, forged a sword. On the day of the battle, Tandoth threw Sagun to the ground, he being stronger and mightier than all others, and took Sagun's sword and swallowed it. But the sword, which had been made with Ludana's love, struck deeply in Tandoth's wrath, and finally quenched the flames of hatred. Tandoth then turned from his opponent and laid himself under the great mountains to rest. Sagun and Ludana rejoiced that their brother had been defeated, and from that time on became the ancestors of the great people. Any other books sticking out? The Legends of Carisha. In the beginning was the water. There was no light and no land, and it was created forever. The water and the darkness shaped the whole world, and the darkness fell in love with the water, for the water was where the darkness was not. And the water loved the darkness, for it was where the water was not. And out of their love arose Carisha, the first one. She wandered between darkness and water, but nothing was like her, and nothing was there. And so she was mournful, and her tears fell like rain. The water and the darkness saw her sadness, and formed the world of Gothos with her tears. Carisha walked upon the land, and her joy was great, and where her foot touched the land, there arose life, the forest, the rivers, and the beasts. One of the most important uses of the tower is as the home of the Council of Undead Wise Ones. This council exists in a state between life and death, and with the proper methods can be summoned by any Old One. The Wise Ones will then use their combined knowledge to assist the Old One who calls them. The children of Sagan and Ludana followed the path of Carisha through Gothos, and founded their villages where they stopped to rest. But there was much to fear, and those who dared to face the dangers fought. Abominable creatures or ventured where no one had ever set foot, and returned with great knowledge, which they passed on to others. They founded a city which would offer protection and knowledge to any creature seeking it. Thus were laid the foundations of Helmataros, the City of Light. Okey-doke. Dungeon of constantly changing my equipment. Goody. The use of weapons in the capital city, apart from the guards and soldiers, no one may carry a weapon at any time in Helmataurus. During the next moon cycle, we must definitely go to the sacristy and conjure up the previous council of the wise ones. I guess such a thing never came to pass. Some crystals on Gothos have magical or mystical properties. These crystals of eternity are created by the wisest of our magicians once every 40 moon decades. They assemble secretly in the laboratories of the tower to make the crystals. During this time, no one else is allowed in the tower except for our Khan, the great dragon prince. He alone sits at the top of the tower, surveying the landscape, forbidding entry to the tower until the ceremony is over. Crystals made in this way are the most powerful and precious tools in this world. Whoever is granted permission to use them can feel their power just by touching them. I am the one that shall use them. Honedek Sakar Vilpeth, my warriors and I are holding a position in the great forest, not far from the river Baharan, where small flying women were recently sighted. But that is by the by. Day and night we are involved in skirmishes, but morale is pretty good. All my warriors have passed the 4 tests and are fighting as would be expected of them. However, our supplies of mana stones are dwindling rapidly, and I therefore request urgent replenishments. Your servant, Vadahan, warrior. Blech. In our beautiful world of Gothos, many different tribes and people lead a contented life, although their customs, languages, and outlooks on life differ greatly. There is hardly ever any conflict or dispute between them. They live quietly, side by side, and only seldom leave their home territory. The only people among us to travel extensively and experience the cultures of other regions is the Sach. The Sach are green-coloured lizard-like creatures who walk upright and traditionally wear a face cloth to protect their delicate noses from the sulphurous fumes polluting the air in their natural habitat, the volcano. The Sach's main occupation is trade in all kinds of goods. They practice both bartering trade and trade with gold for payment. It is said that their treasure chamber in Sach Town has the largest collection of valuable goods, jewels, and gold in all Gothos. My beloved wife, we have not seen each other for 3 moon cycles now, and in view of the things that face us, I can't say when or if we will meet again. The fighting has come close to the watchtowers of Helmataurus, and up here in the Tower of Wisdom we can hear cries and screams of battle. We are working tirelessly on the shield generator. It will again banish all the evil back to where it came from. Dragon messengers are flying back and forth between the City of Light and the tower, bringing the plans to the temple compound, where the great shield is under construction. My beloved, I want you to go on hoping that there will be light at the end of these dark days, and that we will soon lie in each other's arms again. All my love, Dantes. Ugh. There's a book there. One of the greatest inventors of our time is without a doubt Syndion. He succeeded in breeding the so-called hungry holes. These holes were grown in specially designed rooms within a research facility using the huge energy field which was generated. A hole could be maintained in the middle of the room. As a result of these experiments, which produced some baffling results, Syndion was granted the honor of naming this new study. He called it Porology, after his granddaughter Poro, whose curiosity is boundless, and who he is forever asking her grandfather questions. Okey-doke. Now I just need to do the lower room. Black pearls are very valuable, as only small amounts are found on the north coast of Garthos. Our scientists assume that they are small meteorite splinters which fell into the sea millions of moons ago. They are of particularly high value to gamblers and are also sought after for their magical properties. They can be used, among other things, to conjure up ghosts. Okay, you keep going around in circles.
What's that? I must hide.
Move aside, you beast, or I'll...
Interesting. That looked very much like Dagomar, my mentor from the canyon. If he thinks Talus's fall is my fault, then he's greatly mistaken. I'll save her. Anyway, there must be something of interest at the end of this balcony. Otherwise, he wouldn't be there.
Yeah, but we ain't going down there yet. The artwork and interior decor of the old ones are inspired by the power that drives their systems. Sleek, carved gold ornamentation and flowing lines dominate the old one's style, mirroring the properties of the constant flow of blue magma, which powers all the old one's machines and equipment. Even the mines and power stations of the old ones suggest an intellectual appearance. Wherever one finds gold carved and flowing lines and ornamentation, in Gothos one has chanced upon a relic from the height of this impressive ancient culture. And should give me the ability to summon the old ones. Skeletons exist in living and non-living forms. Skeletons that move about like living beings on Gothos are mostly evil and dangerous. However, whether they are evil and with malice intent depends on their origin. For example, the skeleton of a dragon possesses the wisdom and intelligence of its previous incarnation, whereas the skeleton of a human is, sadly, resurrected with no knowledge of its former existence. The latter are therefore much more susceptible to evil influences, which often take possession of them. trolls live in the great forest divided by the river Baharan. There are 4 known tribes: tree trolls, meadow trolls, bridge trolls, unique among troll types, and moss trolls. The bridge trolls live by the fairy oath law, which was drawn up by Grunius von Troll. Unfortunately, very little is known of these fairies. Blech. Spend a few days not talking and you lose abilities.
Aha! What have we got here, wedged between the books? A scroll for a magic lightning bolt. Great! Dagomar must have left this here for me. The old devil. Sometimes I get the feeling he's my playmate, not my mentor. But hey, at least the lightning bolt is a first-class piece of kit.
Diary entry. We'll meet 3 goblin leaders tomorrow morning at the top of the Securin Hill. However, I must proceed with caution. I think that Exakar Volpeth already suspects me of being the traitor. At this point, I should go on through the door, but I have everything for the ritual, may as well do it. So I will save first.
An empty sacrificial bowl doesn't make sense. Perhaps I should put the ingredients for the swearing-in ritual in here.
Oh.
I would think that first one has to put all the ingredients.
Okay, fine. Should have known it wouldn't be that easy.
Perhaps I should use the urn to carry the ash. There! Now the ash is finally in the urn. There's an inscription on the door. Only truly wise men can open this portal. I've put the ash into the sacrificial bowl. Let's see whether this thing really works.
A summons. That hasn't happened for eons. Has an old one finally found the way to us? I thought there were no more old ones in this world, and our knowledge would be trapped in us forever between life and death.
Yes. It's been a very long time since we were able to share our knowledge with anyone.
I wonder who this could be. He looks rather young. Who are you that you have the knowledge to summon us?
My name is Melvin, and I called you because I need your help. A friend of mine has fallen into an icy gorge nearby, and I have nothing I can use to rescue her. I hope to find something in the laboratories in the upper part of the tower. Now I can't get through the gate without a password. I thought you could tell me what it is. Believe me, she's very important to me. The only person in this world who understands me. I must save her.
You mean to say you conjured us up just to ask for a password? I'm sorry, young friend. Such a request is a bit beneath us. Farewell.
What? Wait, don't go. I need your help to save Gothos. Strange and threatening things are happening all over Gothos, and on my way here, I fought constantly with dangerous monsters from the underworld. And there are more of them every day. I know too little about the past to know what I have to do. Tell me what you know.
If it's true, then at least we ought to listen to him.
All right then. We'll help you. But first, I'll take the Book of Conjuring and destroy it. Our people were and are lost. This will be our last summons. Then we can finally rest in peace.
Listen well to what we are going to tell you about the past. In the time when we lived in Gothos and carried out our research, a great calamity occurred. The earth broke open, and hordes of ghastly creatures from the underworld covered our land with war and destruction. Only slowly did it dawn on us that we had brought this catastrophe upon ourselves, in that we had taken our research in Steep Torren and elsewhere much too far. Then, we were developing the combined use of technology and magic. And all our magical machines were powered by the blue energetic magma flowing under our world. We exploited that energy source without knowing that it was this very arterial network of the blue magma under the surface of Gothos that it provided a natural protective shield against the forces of the underworld. It was almost too late when we realized all this and took countermeasures. While the young men and dragons were giving their best in the war against the monsters, the wisest of the learned ones worked on a gigantic machine that would constantly reprocess the still remaining magma reserves like a perpetual motion machine in order to regenerate the protective shield and maintain it for all time. This machine, the Shield Generator of Eternity, was the culmination of all our knowledge and was intended to protect Gothos forever against the power of evil. But despite this crowning achievement of our science, our people still suffered disaster.
What you've told me of the protective shield explains a lot. What I don't understand is why your people were doomed to destruction. And why do you regard me as an old one? You say your people no longer exist. Or do they?
Both are simple to explain, my young friend. Creating the shield generator for eternity was the last great deed of a people who had, until then, followed the wrong path. As the circumstances of the catastrophe became clear, the High Council of Wise Ones in Helmataros decided that after the war, we should create anew our scientific and cultural life, since the exploitation of the magma and the combined use of magic and technology had nearly led to the total destruction of Gothos. Each citizen should be given the choice whether his future life would be based on magic or technology. The people finally ended up in two camps, unimaginable to us. There was a traitor among the scientists, and during the final stages of the war, the tower was attacked and taken over by the dark forces. One of the dragons, who was supposedly defending us, your Khan, had been enchanted by the traitor Ramogad with a magic spell, and thus became our enemy. When during that time Ramogad was receiving his just punishment, your Khan obeyed his will and secretly led our enemies into the tower. Although our Khan, the great dragon prince, tried to defend the tower, it was the end of us all. For the monster's attack was too sudden for us wise ones. Thanks to our spiritual council, our knowledge remained intact. But no one summoned us for a very long time. We don't know what finally happened to the old ones, but since you bear the knowledge of magic and technology, your skills are equal to those of an old one. And now it looks as though Gothos is again facing catastrophe. Despite the shield generator of eternity, the mana shield seems to be unstable, and the monsters are invading our world once more. Something must be done, or we will all be lost beyond hope. You see, you are the one who must save Gothos. You are the first old one to appear for centuries now, and now the powers of magic and technology are united in you. Trust your inner vision and the power of your imagination to regenerate the mana shield and thus guard against the powers of evil. Oh, if only you had a strong and wise mentor to stand by your side, like the Dragon Prince, our Khan once did for us.
Then I'm really an old one? And I alone must save this world? But what about Talus? She's just like me. So, for that reason alone, will you at least help me save her?
Right, we'll do that. I'll open the gate to the laboratory for you. Meet me there. Now be on your way, Melvin. Go to Helmataros. Oh, if only along with your weapons you had a strong friend and protector with you like we once had Archon on our side. But his treacherous brother, Yorkon, put him at the top of the tower and banished him forever to the world of ice. I don't know if he will ever be freed from his icy prison. Perhaps you should try. He will certainly be a great help to you. He could help you free your girlfriend. Well now, our powers are fading. Let's open the gate, and may the gods of the peoples be with you always. Ah, there you are. Excuse the numerous traps, but they are necessary. One of Aurelia's servants had a little accident here, the poor wretch. But I'd better just open the door for you. Wait. Take this magic cube I found on the way here. Good luck.
I thank you, and I shall do my very best to succeed.
Done it! The screen generator is working. We will soon take the last plans by Dragon Messenger to Helmataros, and it will be armed for all eternity. Our prototype here in the laboratory conceals the transfloater right up to the roof. No one can get up there, and after the strange noises we heard from above, mercifully nothing can come down. Instructions for building a shield generator. Boss time. Great. Poisons.
Oh, I'm cold. What icy hell have I got myself into? Have you released me? I can't remember what happened. My brother, Yorkan, he froze me in. Deceived. Betrayed. But that must have been an eternity ago. Thank you for freeing me anyway. Who are you? An old one? Where are all the other dragons? How did the war end?
I'm sorry, but I believe all the other dragons are dead. It seems there was a traitor in this war, and they eventually fell victim to his machinations. As for me, I've never seen another dragon. apart from a rather rattling old dragon skeleton, that of Kohak Ran. Are you Archon, the great dragon prince? And what war do you mean? At present, this beautiful world is overrun by monsters from the underworld, but somehow you seem to know all about it.
Oh, yes. Now the memories are falling from before my eyes like dragon scales. Well now, Melvin. It seems you are not only the Technomage, but one of the last old ones. Tell me of the world, how it is, and what monsters there are that are trying to destroy Gothos. Back then, at least, they apparently had strong allies among your own people. Tell me all you know. Perhaps I can be useful to you.
I shall do that, great Archon. From now on, we will fight for Gothos together. Do you know where Helmotaros, the ancient capital of the Old Ones, is situated? I must find it. You were surely there in those days, weren't you? But before we discuss that, you must fly with me as soon as possible, down into the snow world, and save my companion Talus. She is like me, but she'll freeze down there in the ice desert if we don't rescue her soon. Can you still fly?
Fly? Of course I can fly. Nothing could be easier. And I know Helmotaros, too. Come on, climb on my back and let's save the love of your life. Never put a good deed off until tomorrow.
It may be warm here for a change, but it still doesn't look that inviting. What are we doing here anyway? Weren't we heading for Helmotaros?
I thought as much. Archon, why have you brought us here?
If I remember rightly, this is the former capital city of Old Ones. That's why I've landed here.
Oh, really? They had some very inventive builders. A little too Spartan for my liking.
Gothos has changed almost beyond recognition since I was caught at the top of the tower. The volcano was not as active in those days, and the outskirts of Helmotaros stretched as far as the valleys at the foot of the crater. The Old Ones used the volcanic part of Helmotaros as their troop headquarters.
It's all very interesting, but not quite what we're looking for, is it? What do we do now? Should we stay here, or fly on further?
I don't think it would hurt to explore this region. It's said that the Shah also lived near the volcano. Perhaps we'll meet someone who can tell us where to find Helmotaros. I can't imagine that Archon was mistaken. A city can't just disappear from the face of the earth. We'll proceed as follows. I'll explore the island on foot first in the direction of the volcano. If I'm not back by nightfall, you two fly over the island and look for me. Please, Talus, I beseech you to stay here with Archon. Are you both agreed?
Yes, okay. I'll stay with our big scaly friend here. Although I don't really want to let you go off alone. After my clumsiness at the snow bridge, I'd better give in a little, hadn't I?
That's the tower done. And since I started very, 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 very late, that's gonna be all for now. I'll be back tomorrow with the volcano and maybe even the rest of the game. I don't know yet. I don't think I have that much left to go. But that'll be all for now.